Hey guys, my name is Ed and today we're going to teach you how to tie a tie. Now this is called the simple knot. It also has a few other names, but those aren't really that important right now. But this is the way I know to tie a tie that's the least amount of steps required. So I'm going to help walk you through it and just try and keep up. And I'll do it one time pretty slow, and then I'll do it the next time really slow, just so you can try again if you would like. So I have the tie here front facing underneath my collar, and that's kind of how you want to start. And I like to pick right about here for the small thin end of the tie, and that how long this is on this side or that side affects the final product and where the tie will lie. You want the tie to be about here or about the top of your belt buckle or somewhere around there. You don't want it to be too short or too long. So we're gonna try here, and here's how we start. But you grab the thick end and you have your thin end here, and you put the thick end over it, okay? And then I like to kind of clamp it, and I pull the thick end here. Now I've got the back of the tie here, and I flip it over, okay? Kind of fun. And then you pull it through, back behind. And if you're doing it right, you can feel it kind of covering your thumb there in the back. So I like to let go of my thumb there, and then I take this end with the back facing out, and there's that space between your neck and the tie, and you pull that through and let it fall over, okay? Kind of straighten it out there, and you see how it falls nicely. Now we're getting close. So I grab the thick end again, and I throw it back over my shoulder, and there's a little loop there, and you kind of let go of everything, and you slide that right through, okay? Now we're getting really close. So you have your thin end now behind it, and you have your knot. What you want to do is kind of work it, that ring around your neck, and kind of cinch it up and pull. It's kind of weird to get used to, but you'll get there if you haven't already. And then, yeah, look at that. We have a tie. We have a knot, but you slide that in there, and then the length is pretty good. You can kind of mess with it and get the knot how you like it. Some people like a dimple in their knot, and we can explain that in another video, but there's the easiest way. Now, an important thing, we're gonna slow it down. I'm gonna show you how to untie it, and it's really important that you untie your tie, or else you'll end up getting it all wrinkled, and it'll ruin, and it'll hold, and it'll look kind of nasty. So I have a bad habit of actually doing that, but it's important. And if you only tie it once, you're never gonna remember how to do it again. So you kind of just reverse actions, kind of pull that thick end out there, and then kind of, how to untie a tie is much easier than tying one. And then we're back to square one. So we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna take it a little bit slower, okay? And I'm gonna kind of even it up where I want it. About that button for me, it seems to work. It's different based off different body styles and stuff like that. So we're gonna slow it down here a lot for you, okay? So we've got the thick and the thin end. And I'm gonna put the thick over the thin about here, okay? And I've got that there. I'm gonna kind of stick it up there, and I'm gonna pull the back, the thick end, like so, and then I'm gonna flip it over my fingers. And I'm gonna reach my hand underneath, and I'm gonna pull the thick end through. And you can feel it hugging your thumb if you're on the right track, okay? And then you kind of release your thumb, and then I put my thumb back on it to get it under my thumb. And then with the back of the tie facing out, I'm gonna slide it here, and there's that space between your neck and your tie, and you pull that through. You wanna make sure that that falls flat. So we're real close again. So now we take the thick end, flip it over our shoulder, and then you see the little loop between. You should see it if you look down, there's a loop, and you just pull that on through. Now here's the fun part, because we have a little bit of a knot. This is my left hand actually on the thin end of the tie, right end on the knot. You kind of just pull and cinch, and then yeah, there we go. That looks actually pretty good. Of course you want to tuck this in, and then it falls kind of at your buckle. So I really hope you enjoy this video. I hope it helped you. If it did, if you don't mind liking and following and sharing and doing all that stuff, It'd really help me, and maybe I could teach you some other knots in some other videos. If you don't want to do all that, just know how proud of you I am. And if you haven't succeeded yet, you just keep going and you will. I think an important thing that nobody talks about is how to act when you're wearing a tie. And you should act honorable and with respect, and just remember to be proud of yourself for what you did, and to act sharp because you look sharp. And I hope you have a wonderful day.